Good afternoon, YouTube. So this is Riding with Rick. It is June 24th. It's a Wednesday, and as you can see, it's like it's absolutely beautiful out here. That's my boy over there, Tyler, who you might remember from my Massanutten video. Is his first time down there, so. Any chance I get to get out and ride with my son, it's a good day.
Hump day.
So we're going to go take a little run. A route that Moto Mengi, it's not a route that he suggested. It's a road that he suggested, Goldmine Rd. So we're going to go out and find that. It's in Swatara State Park, which is east of Harrisburg. So it's a bit of a clip for us, but we got nothing better to do. All right, over and out. All right, so we're on Route 73, about to go by Ontolani Lake. It's a beautiful little lake. Unfortunately, you can't take any kind of motorboats out there. It's just kind of good to look at, but
You can't?
nah, you can't, son. No motorboats. I think you can take like maybe a canoe
Or a kayak or some shit.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
That's my friend there.
No, what's his
All
name?
right, so I wanted to tell a little story, which the moral of the story is what goes around comes around, and I feel it's appropriate because my son is following me today. So when I was his age, well, probably even younger than that, like 16, 17, I was able to upstage my father, who by trade was a mechanical engineer and a very smart guy. He had a photographic memory for numbers, but he could recall the meaning of words and their Latin, Latin meanings and all this other. It's like crazy. So I never thought that I could really measure up to him. So the day that I upstaged him, I felt pretty good about myself. But as they say, what goes around comes around. So the backstory is that back in the day, we had a garage door opener, and in those days, garage door openers, it's not like it wasn't like it was very much a luxury item. You wouldn't, there was no Lowe's or Home Depot or big box store that you go down to your local hardware store or your Sears and you'd buy, Craftsman brand garage door opener. There's no YouTube videos out there to how to install it. So my dad set up this garage door opener, and the thing worked for years. And it's not like, you punch in a code on a keypad to get yourself in to the door. You actually had a physical key. And my dad we'd pull into the driveway, and he'd push the little remote control button on his visor.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, got a train coming by. And he'd sit back and just, watch and marvel as this... we may be here for a while, son.
Probably.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt your little story, but...
Yes? Holy smokes. I don't think I've
This
ever...
motherfucker's going to be like a mile long.
Yeah. That's a loud horn, man. That's no joke. Norfolk Southern. So it's funny that,
Do you think there's people on here?
No. Maybe,
I think so.
Maybe in the caboose. Oh, you mean like hitching a ride?
Train hoppers, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I think so.
It's funny that, trains going by. And speaking of my father, he worked for the railroad for many, many years. And but anyway, back to this garage door opener situation. So one day, the garage door openers stopped working, and things back in those days, they just don't stop working. They're built to last forever. And being a mechanical engineer, he's well versed in electrical schematics, mechanical schematics, and he started to diagnose why this garage door was not opening. And for 2 days, he had the garage door taken apart, put back together, and I could see the frustration over the course of 2 days starting to mount. In other words, the garage door was getting the better of my father. And one day, it was on the second day, I walked out into the garage, and underneath the little wall-mounted push-button console thing, there's a little switch, left to right toggle switch. And I flipped that switch and pushed the button, and the damn garage door goes up. Now, the look in my father's eyes was, it was first like a jubilation that his problems are solved. And then, realizing, I guess, his mistake or overlooking the problem that the garage door was just simply locked, he kind of looked at me like, you little son of a bitch, man. So, 40 years later, enter my son.
Hi.
With this Goldwing, you get free map updates. And I had done a map update, and in doing so, all your settings that you have previously worked so hard to get right, they get wiped out. And so I'd mess with those. I'd done the install. I'd mess with those. And then I introduced into the whole mix a brand new Senna, which is the Tennessee Pro that I'm filming with right now. And for the life of me, I couldn't understand why, when I played music, it wasn't playing through my headset. It was playing through my external speakers and stuff, but, I couldn't figure it out. So, and of course, we realized this about 5 minutes before we're going for a ride. We got our helmets on, our gear on. And I look back at my son, he's taking his helmet off.
It was hot day.
Yeah, taking his jacket off, a look of disappointment in his eyes, like, oh my God, here we go with the freaking electronics,
I press a button, I go.
Yeah, so
Switch.
Yeah, so I couldn't figure it out. But if you look down here, you see that button, audio, whatever. He comes walking up there, takes a look at the situation, and pushes that button. All of a sudden, I got sound in my headset. So, just like my father, my first reaction was my problem has been solved. And then my next reaction was,
Hi.
you little son of a bitch just upstaged me. So, the moral of the story is what goes around comes around. All right, we're going to wait for this train of however long. All right, we're just taking a little break here, and we're at the corner of, I guess, I-78 westbound and Route 501. So we're about to, I don't know if you can see in the distance there behind that truck, that mountain range there. We're going to go up and over that. It is a road for, I would consider it a big bike road. A lot of fun. Let's get Tyler on board here. You ready, son?
Yep.
Talk is cheap.
Talk is cheap.
Hopefully we can get out in this, gets a little open road on this 501 here. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's heating up.
It is.
Follow the arrow on the display.
We're good if we hurry. All right. That's so. Feels so much better. Getting that air going across you.
7 miles.
All right. We're still on 501 here, coming down off the mountain. You know, it probably dropped a good 7 or 8 degrees. Now it'll start heating back up again, but we're going to run this down to Route 895 and take a left.
Prepare to turn left.
Alright.
In 1 mile, prepare to turn left.
I like riding in tree-covered roads.
Yeah. Well, this feels good too.
Yeah, you come out in the sun, you get a little warm up a little bit, go in the trees,
Yeah.
cool down. All right, let's take a left up here.
Recording.
All right, this is coming up on Goldmine Road. I don't know how far it is, but we're on Route 443 going, I believe, westbound.
You
And-
have reached your intermediate destination.
I've been
Follow the road for 8
I've been here
miles.
quite a few times, but I've always somehow, some way missed Goldmine Road. So like you go right past it. My GPS flash got to carry this road for another 8 miles. All right, we're coming up to Goldmine Road here. I'm gonna let
Now turn right.
Tyler take the lead here because he's got a much more apt bike for this kind of road than I do.
Yeah.
Starting 7/7/20. Okay, well, it ain't closed today.
You will reach your intermediate destination in 200 feet.
There goes the
You
little
have
rascal.
reached your intermediate destination.
I wish I could pop a wheelie and I
Now,
follow you.
now you can't. You're not allowed, son.
I'm gonna learn. Son.
Oh yeah, the sun gets right in your eyes at a pretty important time, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes on roads like this, right, like the right side of the road is, either sunken or deteriorated because of,
Weather.
rain runoff or whatever. So it's always good to kind of stay off the right side of any of these roads.
Yeah.
Like, see, they don't have those little barrels right there on the right. They're there for a reason.
Yeah.
Ooh, 76 degrees.
Cold up in this thing.
Yeah, it's a little chilly now. About 3 more miles. I don't know what that. I got like a little banging from your helmet.
On mine?
Yeah, I don't know why. I noticed that down in Massanutten too. It's like bang, 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 bang. I don't know. I don't hear it now.
I don't hear it. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear like.
Maybe it's the wind. I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, there he goes. And the nice thing about a Goldwing is you can just close the gap anytime you want. All right, coming out of the mountain there, nice. All right, so we kind of connected up to PA 125 heading northbound. Normally I run this all the way up to Shamokin, but we're not going to go that far up. And I'm taking the lead here because this is a very technical motorcycle road. If you run it with in a good
In
clip.
1 mile, prepare to turn right.
Take a quick peek to your right here, son.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In a quarter of a mile, turn right onto South Good Spring Road.
What goes up must come down.
Now turn right. Follow the road for 8 miles.
done that part before, right?
Yeah, we've been on there. Now
Oh.
this is where you kind of get like a whole view of this road, which is like you got the mountain in front of you, and you just got this open road sitting there right in front of you.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, let's go, right? All right. I don't think this guy has a stop sign.
They don't.
And I don't think I've ever seen a 18-wheeler go up and down PA 125.
Yeah.
I would be appalled. Okay, here we go.
But good to go both?
Yep. This is where we kind of like, we got to go up that mountain in front of us. So you have these big cutbacks, and I don't know if you remember like that huge hill that we bombed up last time.
Yeah.
And you're just so tempted, like you got all this open road in front of you just to, you know, hit it, right? I always kind of constrain myself to, no, don't do that. This is where we hit a big left-hand sweeper, then we head up the hill.
Yeah, I remember.
Then we got to work our way down the hill.
Yeah.
Debris.
Oh.
Thought it was a shadow in the road. Freaking branch. Here's some gravel.
Yeah.
9-degree grade. Big switch back here.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Really? Now, I mean, seriously, you're going to run an 18-wheeler up over this frickin' mountain. What an asshole. It just tells me that, like, you know, he's following his GPS, sees a, you know, a shorter route with no clue what he's getting into.
Yeah. Well, at least he's having some fun.
Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not.
Rolling.
Yeah.
First.
All right. All right, so we took a little stop here, and we're on Route 901, and we're going to kind of work our way back home, or as far north as possible. We got off PA 125, the PA Snake, and road, I think it's 209, no, not 209. I don't know the name of the road. But we're at a little gas station at 901 East Turkey Hill. And we like I said, we're going to kind of running on home. Let's make sure my son's okay here. He's ready to roll. What are you telling the old man to get going?
Nope.
Yo. How's your ass taking a beating there?
A little bit, not really.
Well, we got about 60 miles to go, an hour and a half riding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just make sure probably, you know, one of those two stops we'll get order up a little food.
Yeah.
You know. Okay. Here we go.
Ready. You're just getting myself into position.
Roger. Yeah, that guy was very
Excited.
inquisitive.
Yeah.
The guy just kind of roll up on us and start a conversation about he first started in on Tyler's motorcycle. You know, I think Tyler's little CB, especially guys my age, it stirs up a lot of conversation because it reminds them of bikes that they used to ride. You know, the Nighthawk, and God, there were so many naked bikes that Honda put out, and they're a lot of fun. I rode that little CB 500F all the way home from wherever we bought it from. It was about a 100-mile ride, and I just it took me right back to my childhood. You know, just having a little bike that you just got so much control of. It's a lot of fun. All right, we're gonna run this for a while. All right, coming into the little town of Minersville here. I don't think there's much going on in this town, but it is definitely beautiful country out here. We're going to work our way through this little town here and then remain on 901, kind of zigzagging our way back home. Should get home about around 8:45, something like that. Maybe drag a little something home, get something to eat on the way home. You hungry, son?
Yes.
That's a. You didn't hesitate to say anything like, no, I'm fine. Nope, yes.
I'm always hungry.
Right.
Sometimes.
Oh,
All right.
yeah. Don't hit those bumps like I did.
Yeah, I know where we are.
Yep. Do those propane tanks look familiar to you?
They do.
Oh, jeez.
Follow the road for 2 miles.
You want to tell all of YouTube what you did behind those propane tanks?
I exposed myself to the public and the elements behind those propane tanks.
Yes.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, you know?
You got to do what you got to do.
Not about what you do, it's where you do it, you know?
Well, and how frequently you have to do it. All right, this is PA 901. That kind of, we're following some traffic and finally got a little open road here. It's eventually will come out to Pennsylvania 183, like in Burnville, I guess. So We're just going to keep on running this straight for a little while.
Alright.
We'll pick up Pennsylvania 183, and then you'll definitely know where you're at.
Yeah.
We're only about like 30 miles out of Reading, based on that sign anyway.
Alright.